What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new trailer breakdown. This time, the big one, as the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War is finally here after months and months of waiting and more than a decade of cinematic build-up. But let's just dive right into it. Our trailer opens with a shot of a planet, and from both the SDCC trailer and this trailer, I can safely say this is the planet on which the final battle against Thanos takes place. The question is, which planet is this? Is it some random world? Is it a ruined Xandar? I mean, it could even be Earth, shaped and twisted by the power of the Infinity Gauntlet, but we just don't know right now. And you can tell which scenes take place on this planet, just look at the background. On that planet, we see a clearly worse for the wear Tony Stark, and we're not sure why he's crying, but in the SDCC trailer, we did see that he was tending for Spider-Man, who was really fairly wounded in the battle against Thanos, and maybe Peter's a casualty. In the next shot, we see Bruce Banner potentially just after transforming back into Banner from being the Hulk in the basement of the Sanctum Sanctorum after crashing through the ceiling, with Doctor Strange and Wong looking down on him. They're quickly met by Tony Stark, and are there as events unfold in New York. What events? Well, it looks like the Big Apple itself will be one target of Thanos' invasion. On a school bus, we see that Peter Parker's spider sense activates as the hairs on his arms stand up, something that probably surprises him as much as us because it wasn't present in Spider-Man Homecoming. Just what activated it, you ask? Well, a massive ringed ship in the sky above Manhattan, which begins to spin, and we have very little info on what this ship is. It's our first time seeing this, but my guess is that's a portal of some kind, maybe a door for Thanos' Black Order looking for the Time Stone owned by, of course, one Dr. Stephen Strange. Either way, it's got the attention of Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, and Banner, as well as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and, of course, Wong. And it looks like this takes place early on in the movie, as they look fresh here and definitely worse for the wear in other places later in the trailer. We also get a quick glimpse of the Vision and Scarlet Witch, and since the events of Civil War, it looks like they've gotten a little bit closer to the point that they're living together, and Vision has adopted a more human form, although we see the Mind Stone still activating in his forehead. This does come on the heels of some news this week that we might see their twin children from the comics, Thomas and William, who of course were very short-lived for very different reasons, and in the film we find them living the domestic life, potentially retired from heroics before the Mind Stone of course draws Vision back into the conflict. It looks like that conflict might have massive consequences for him too, as we see what looks like Corvus Glaive prying the Mind Stone from his head. We don't know how that goes, but for Thanos to complete the gauntlet, of course he's going to need the Mind Stone, so that's going to have to leave Vision's skull. I've seen some speculation that because of the more human form Vision is adopted, he might just become a human if the Mind Stone is removed, but I think that's unlikely. I think that's just a projection he's presenting, as the stone isn't just what grants him powers, it's what powers him in the first place. We also see a pretty striking scene that very probably takes place early on in the film as well, as Loki, surrounded by devastation, steps over dead bodies and hands the Tesseract to an unseen being. Now this is just a theory, I've seen it some other places, but I'm guessing this scene picks up right where the after credit sequence of Thor Ragnarok left us, with Thanos' ship intercepting the Nomad Asgardians in space, with some devastating consequences obviously. Speaking of that space stone, we see Thanos use it, stepping through a portal of its own creation to appear on that planet we discussed earlier from the beginning of the trailer, and looking at the background, I think this very well could be Earth. It could be a warped New York City or some other major metropolis. As you look at that structure in the bottom right, it kind of looks like a ruined building. Jumping into the cosmic side of things for a second, Thor in the film will be hanging out with the Guardians of the Galaxy, who find him drifting in space as per the SDCC trailer. And at the end of this trailer, he's just been picked up by them, messed up eye and all. But in the most interesting shot in this trailer to me, we see Thor in a massive device, either holding it together or trying to activate it somehow. And what the device is remains to be seen, but maybe this has something to do with him getting Mjolnir back, maybe this is some kind of ancient device that he's trying to activate against Thanos. We just don't know, but clearly it is cosmic in nature. And I hear you guys like Captain America, so let's talk about him. In the trailer, we see one of the Black Order, Proxima Midnight, throw her spear, only for it to be caught by none other than a bearded, black-clad Steve Rogers. In the wake of Civil War, and now a soldier without an army, Steve is expected to become Nomad, an alter ego he held at one point after getting disillusioned with the US government, abandoning the Captain America name and uniform. And if you look closely at his uniform, you'll see that not only is it black and not red, white, and blue, he's actually ripped the star from the uniform and the Avengers patch on the side of his arm as well, like literally physically ripped from the uniform. But let's talk about Wakanda, as that seems like it'll be a major focus of the action in the film. Alongside Black Panther, we see Banner, the Hulkbuster, and presumably Tony, the newly blonde Black Widow, Falcon, and Winter Soldier all in one place, as well as War Machine later on in the trailer. I mentioned Tony there, but interestingly in the final lineup, we don't see Tony at all. We do see a suit, but as I said, that looks like War Machine. And if Tony wasn't there, which, I mean, isn't unlikely because we see him a lot of other places in the trailer, then the Hulkbuster earlier was either remote controlled or potentially, my favorite theory, piloted by Banner, who we saw standing next to its arm earlier on in the trailer. Unfortunately, if you were hoping this movie was going to be free of the CGI monster hordes, you're mistaken, as we see that in Wakanda, the team and the armies of Wakanda is battling an army of massive four-armed monsters. But finally, let's talk about Thanos and a potential timeline for the film, just constructed from what we see in this trailer and the SDCC trailer. First, we see him standing in front of a fire, saying his line about balancing the universe and, fun not being something you usually consider when doing that. And interestingly, despite the previous shot of him adding the Space Stone to the gauntlet, it looks like he only has the Power Stone in that shot when he's saying that line. That, to me, suggests that an invasion of Xandar will be how we open the film, or where we first find the Mad Titan, with Thanos attacking the planet to retrieve the Power Stone first. Then we catch up with the after-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok, as we see Loki presumably present him with the Tesseract, and so he adds the Space Stone to his collection. However, in the trailer, we only ever see him with those two gems, even though we see the Black Order definitively corner Vision and at least try to take the Mind Stone. And that still leaves the Aether, aka the Reality Stone, presumably still with the Collector, the Eye of Agamotto, aka the Time Stone with Doctor Strange, and the Soul Stone, which is presumably what the heroes are protecting in Wakanda, though of course we won't know for sure until Black Panther releases. And as I mentioned, what's so interesting about that is that we see him wearing those two gems in the trailer, but also facing off with Iron Man and even Spider-Man on that ruined planet. And so I don't really have an answer for that. Maybe a group of the heroes try and take him out or keep him busy while the rest handle the Black Order and play keep away with the gems. Maybe they're trying to find another solution for it all. We just don't know. So let me know what you think about that puzzle and what you thought of the trailer. It was awesome in my opinion. Of course, I didn't do a reaction for it. I chose to do this instead. But I want to hear your reactions. What did you think of the Avengers Infinity War trailer? Was it everything you imagined and more? Or, not quite what you built it up to be? That's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com, and if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.